With the capital being stormed by hundreds of people yesterday, I thought why not spend my time making a classic game review on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which released 11 years ago. We will be talking story, gameplay, and the effects it had on the franchise. Welcome to Classic Game Reviews, and today's game is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I think the one and only phrase that sums up Modern Warfare 2 is global domination.
A popular new video game actually allows you to be a terrorist and kill people. Take a look.
Modern Warfare 2 has a story about two madmen starting a war. One just wants global domination and the other wants to become a war hero. While the game's story was about global domination, it actually dominated the globe in real life, quickly becoming the most successful launch for a video game at that time. The question is, why? Call of Duty had great campaigns back in the day. Ironic that Modern Warfare had to be rebooted for a return to form. The campaign is set in 2016 and follows two perspectives mostly. You've got Roach and you've got Ramirez. Roach is the guy that's more focused on behind the scenes action, doing spec ops like missions and uncovering the sinister plot beneath the death and destruction of the war. Ramirez is the opposite, the one to stand up and fight on the front lines to protect his country and face the immediate threat before him. Right off the bat, you have two different narratives weaved into one and is ripe with storytelling potential, and while it gets absolutely ridiculous towards the end of Modern Warfare 2, it makes me miss the classics. Both narratives have their potential fully used, in my opinion, especially for a COD campaign, and while the days of Call of Duty taking war extremely seriously were now long gone, what we were left with was one of the most action-packed and cinematic-like experiences we had ever seen in an FPS game at that time 11 years ago. There was no denying that Call of Duty was the king after this game's success. This was the game that made you feel like a super soldier unintentionally, scrapping the squad-like feel of death around every corner for insane action sequences and putting you, the player, in impossible situations. You find yourself running for your life at super speed in a favela surrounded by enemies all thirsty for your blood, jumping to a helicopter and getting out alive without a single wound. Gone was the intense sequences of sitting in a position, pinned down, waiting for death to come. I think this is because of the pacing. While Modern Warfare 1 had more slow-paced moments like all gillied up, Modern Warfare 2 ditches those moments almost completely, save for one or two breach and clear missions for action-focused set-piece moments like storming the capital after the Russians stormed into it, leaving nothing but destruction in their path to victory. Or a crazy set piece involving steering a boat through rapids while shooting 25 enemies with your G18 while chasing a guy in a helicopter and then proceeding to shoot that helicopter down and then falling down almost to your death to get up and walk through a sandstorm to find Shepard, then get beat up. I mean, if this doesn't sound like a Michael Bay movie at this point, I don't know what does. But after all those epic moments, we still fall for the illusion of Modern Warfare's themes. Power, dominance, betrayal, hope, anger, just to name a few. The story still manages to pull it off, to make us feel for these characters that were put in impossible situations that were unbelievable, and that is shown with absolute certainty with the betrayal of General Shepard. This is one of the most notorious plot twists ever in a video game, not just because of the superb writing and foreshadowing, but with the combination of the music, directing and camera work. Every Call of Duty player was so used to fighting for the good guys because these games were always set in real wars, but this was Modern Warfare, where the enemy is unknown, a digital Cold War. Players never felt like they could be fighting for the wrong reasons because all we cared about was winning and being the good guy. So that's why this twist works well, along with its consequences of killing the character you play as, but also a fan favourite. Ghost. In a mediocre campaign, this would have just been fluff, so no one would be interested, but this game pulled almost everyone in, so this scene is the embodiment of how hard Infinity Ward worked to make this campaign unforgettable. While there are plot holes and the game overall failed to show the impact a war could have on the civilians in our generation basically, it's still brilliantly designed and written well, and has some of my favourite characters in the franchise to date. Oh, by the way, if you've gotten this far, maybe hit that like button and that big red button. It will really help the channel out, and you know, if you do, Shepard takes another knife to the eye. If you do, if you like the content, I guess, that's the plug, hey. Modern Warfare 2's gameplay is the same as every other COD, go here and shoot that, but is way more refined and more forgiving than ever before. I mentioned the game made you feel like a super soldier earlier, and it really does. The entire game feels way too easy on normal difficulties, making you a bullet sponge. And Call of Duty was never about that at its heart, but time passes and the franchises adapt. These guys were competing with Halo, and really the casual audience, which is most of the money even back then, ate Halo up. Super Soldier in space? Hell yeah. Normal Soldier in slow-paced sequences with almost no set pieces? Hell no. This was the dilemma, I think, and led Call of Duty down a path of destruction. However, the gameplay here is so damn fun. If you wanted to play a COD game for fun, this was it. This was peak fun for me in Call of Duty. The multiplayer was exhilarating, had some of the most memorable and fun map designs I've played in an FPS game. That doesn't mean I think they are well balanced and good, but it does mean they are fun. Favela, I'm looking at you, buddy. This was the Michael Bay of Call of Duty, and I loved every second of it. Whether I was riding a snowmobile down a mountain, escaping hundreds of enemies, or running through DC desperately trying to retake the Capitol building, at the core of the gameplay, it was fun. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day. And to top it off, we have Hans Zimmer composing the music. Go check out my Crysis 2 video if you're interested in Hans Zimmer. There were more weapons than ever before, sounding better than ever before, with better set pieces than ever before, and better multiplayer than ever before. It's pretty easy to figure out why this game made waves across the globe, setting anti-gamers on fire.
Kill people. Take a look.
Multiplayer and Spec Ops. Multiplayer was incredible. The progression system was almost perfect. The community was at its peak.
I found it, and I camped it, and I it's like, hey mom, I played with my dick today.
And the value for money was at its highest. I mean, this is all subjective, but I just loved this game. Maps, while unbalanced, were great fun and never bored me. There was a variety of weapons, all broken in their own little way. Like I said, this was not a balanced game, but that's what made it great fun. Quickscopers got a laugh from trick shots. Campers got a laugh from using the Spaz 12, and annoying guys who got a laugh from running around the map with UMP-45s with a silencer. It was just great fun. No esports or overly competitive players, just a place where people of all backgrounds can be verbally insulted while getting their revenge by getting a nuke and wiping everyone out. Spec Ops was just a great addition, adding further gameplay and value to the customer, adding missions and replay value, and was the peak of Spec Ops gameplay. Completely, just truly something else, and nothing the new Modern Warfare even came close to. No one cared if this game was balanced. Everyone just wanted to have fun, and Infinity Ward succeeded in keeping the fanbase happy. The DLC released and had value, adding new maps to the mix, giving everyone a reason to return, reviving the community every few months. It was an incredible experience. No loot boxes, no gambling, nothing predatory. The words I can use is pure bliss. This was the Call of Duty with the most value for the upfront price. The campaign was ridiculous but fun, successfully telling its story with some bad plot holes. The multiplayer, while imbalanced, was the most fun I had ever experienced in a Call of Duty game, and Spec Ops was nothing more than a great addition, adding more value than ever before. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is an absolute classic. Thank you for watching.